We've been using the classic asset management interface for years, so tell me, what's the real reason to shift to the new asset management workspace?
Sure. The main reason is unified visibility and decision making. The workspace consolidates dashboards like stockroom overview, life cycle state, and asset value all in one place. This is the main, advantage. It is not just a UI facelift. It reduces the number of clicks, improve data interpretation, and support real-time actions as well. The focus is on faster insight, not setup screens. So that's why we are, shifted in this new asset workspace.
Imagine you have thousands of hardware assets, missing purchase orders or model details. How does the new workspace help you detect and fix those gaps automatically?
Sure, let me tell you. In this case, the hardware asset overview view surface such data gaps automatically. You will see discrepancies like missing model, manufacturer, or PO in the dashboard. This helps asset teams prioritizing cleanup activities as well. Okay, so the goal is to improve CMDB accuracy, asset lifecycle tracking, and downstream reporting consistency.
In a huge organization with millions of assets, won't the workspace become slow or lag when loading that much data?
Not necessarily. The workspace uses a lazy loading mechanism for reports. Instead of loading every widget at once in a single time, user can load charts on demand. It will improve the user experience as well. And it significantly improve the page performance, especially for large environments. It is a perfect mix of usability and scalability for enterprise setups.
If we're upgrading our instance to the Vancouver release, does the new asset management workspace come by default, or do we have to activate it manually?
So if it is a fresh Zboot instance, yes, the workspace installed by default. But for upgraded instances, you activate the asset management workspace plugin manually. You can still run both UIs side by side during the transition as well. So all options are available. Okay. The workspace does not replace Classic instantly. It is a complement to it. So you can see the benefit, you can observe it, and then you can take decision.
During audits, lifecycle and model visibility are critical. How does this workspace make those audits easier and more transparent?
Sure. So the model management view gives or provides a quick snapshot of models nearing end of life. You can analyze by model category, manufacturer, or life cycle phase. It is extremely helpful during audits or refresh cycle to justify asset replacement and control the cost overruns.
Let's say our assets are distributed across multiple countries and stockrooms. How does the workspace provide that global view and help balance inventory between regions?
Okay. The inventory and asset estate views provide a consolidated breakdown of assets as per stockrooms, models, or regions. In this, teams can quickly identify the imbalance, okay, such as overstock in one location or shortage in another location. It helps in redistribution planning and avoid redundant procurement as well. So there are n number of benefits to it.
Can asset managers or procurement leads create their own dashboards or KPIs inside the workspace?
Yes, absolutely. We can do that. The workspace support custom widgets and embedded reports as well. You can track, refresh eligible assets, stock variance, or undiscovered devices in a real time. If we talk about best practice, it is best to define KPIs first, then tailor the visual for roles like asset manager, procurement lead, or finance analyst.
Or are we restricted to what ServiceNow provides out of the box? If Software Asset Management or SAM Pro is already active, how does the Asset Workspace handle software records to avoid overlap or confusion?
Okay, so in this case, when SAM or SAM Pro is enabled, the software model tab in model management get hidden. The system automatically redirects those records to the software asset workspace. It ensures both hardware and software workspaces operate cleanly without overlapping or duplicating the records.
Suppose you're leading the pilot rollout of this workspace for a global company. What exact steps would you take to ensure smooth user adoption?
Okay, I will be very happy to start it. And I did start with awareness session to explain the why behind the new view, why we are using this new view. In this, I will identify the early champion among asset owners, keep both UIs active initially and monitor usage strength, and then finally gather the feedback. A smooth transition happens when the user see value, not just the visual change. So we have to make sure we are providing the values and we are able to show the customer the value we want to show.
From an architectural point of view, what are the biggest risks or pitfalls you've seen when organizations migrate to the asset management workspace?
Sure. The top risk is poor data hygiene, missing models or mismatched manufacturer. The dashboard will mislead if the data is weak. So, first, establish the governance for the asset model creation, location mapping, and lifecycle tracking. Fixing upstream data, ensure Workspace Insight remain trustworthy, and there will be no issue going forward. So make sure you use these initial things to start with.
Once everything is stable and users are comfortable, is it safe to completely disable the classic asset UI, or should both coexist for a while?
Technically, yes, we can do that, but I did advise a parallel phase before removal. Keep the classic one available for reference until the teams adapt it fully. Okay. Since both interfaces share the same background logic, there is no operational loss in this. Finally, decommission the classic one only after you are pretty much confident in adoption as well as in operations.
After 6 months of going live with the workspace, what performance metrics or KPIs would you check to confirm it's actually adding business value?
Sure. In this case, I did track KPIs like data discrepancy reduction, asset refresh turnaround, and user adoption rate. Fewer missing fields, faster stock transfers, and improved dashboard usage means you are on right track and you are getting success. Also, feedback from auditor and finance team is a good indicator for long-time ROI. You have to keep all these things check up to date if you want to have good success going forward in long term.
Let's take a practical case, a vendor recall for a specific laptop model. How can the workspace help us instantly find and manage all those affected assets?
Sure. Using the asset estate or hardware overview view, I can filter by model and see all the impacted devices instantly. It shows where they are located and their lifecycle state. From there, I can initiate transfer or refresh order directly, minimizing the downtime during a large recall event.
ServiceNow keeps updating its UX with every release. How can we make sure our asset workspace remains compatible and doesn't break after upgrades?
Okay, sure. So I would say this is a challenge and I completely agree to it. I treat Workspace as a presentation layer, not a customization layer, okay, or customization. As long as the code tables like asset table, model table remain clean and standardized, the workspace can evolve with the next experience releases. You have to avoid hard coding anything, okay? Make sure you do that. Keep it modular so the future upgrade doesn't break the dependencies or any other thing. And you keep on enjoying the new features which are coming on various new releases.
Based on your real-world experience, what's the most common reason workspace rollouts fail, and what's your advice to prevent it?
Sure, I would say the biggest failure is skipping the data readiness. Yes, team activate the workspace expecting magic, but bad data ruins everything and ruins the value. That's why you are going down. So before rollout, run a cleanup project, ensure governance for asset entry, and educate users for model discipline. A clean CMDB is a backbone of any asset workspace success. Thank you so much.